Hi, people, hi, and welcome to Moral High Ground, where I talk about what's morally right. You know, this thing is on Apple Podcasts, Pocket Cast, and Radio Public, as well as the great Spotify. Anyway, today I'm talking about parties, and I just realized I didn't put that in the title. But I'm talking about parties. I'm talking about political parties. Okay. I'm trying to explain why there's more than just two people. We always focus on the two main dictators of the political party. And it's not a thing where we have to vote for these two parties. I'm not saying that, oh, I hate Democrats, I hate Republicans. But I'm saying we need an in between. We need an in between. We need a middle. We need a side. We need up and down and all around. Okay, because this is ridiculous. Each political party has its own agenda, have their own things they believe in, what they fight for, what they do, and how they go about it. And all of them got rules and things that they follow. The Democrats are based off of mostly everything what's going on in the world right now. They're about trying to make things right for homosexuals now. That's a big thing for them. Is they're trying to, they've always been about abortion. They've always been about gun safety, like no guns and all this, and all this other stuff that we all know. And the Republicans are supposed to be the opposite. They're all about war, and that's the main thing. They're about guns, war. Uh, Pretty much, they try to hold themselves as a Christian group, and so many other things like that. But in all reality, they're just two things the same coin. Originally, they both were the same party, and we need to look at that and think about it for a minute. Oh wow, they were the same party at one time. Um, and so them are the ones, the main ones. And every time one of them's in office, we see what their agendas are. We see how they operate in the world. But when other people, just regular people, start getting into government or try to get involved with government, they don't realize they can pick a party that's more closely, I should say, closely niched to them or tailored to them. And what got me thinking of this was a stupid conversation I had with this idiot I called Gilligan. And, because he's loose to me talking politics, but I'm trying not to even think about it that day. But I was already on the thing because we got a ballot thing going on here in Portland right now where you're supposed to vote for certain causes and things. And, it's one of them voting things where it doesn't really affect uh, who sits in office. It just affects whatever the hell's going on in the state or part of the country, whatever. So I'm going to say this, okay? Not every party is part of your party. Okay? That doesn't just go for this whole government thing, it goes for regular everyday life. You might just want to drink and smoke weed and eat barbecue. And somebody else want to smoke crack and do all this crazy crap. Another person might want to go get some fentanyl. Jesus Christ. This guy's been annoying the hell out of me. Don't let people's relationships get involved in your nonsense. Or the other way around, don't let people's nonsense get involved in your dang. Okay. But anyway, so my point is this. So everybody's party ain't your party. You might want to party your way and they want to party their way. And it doesn't work. And this is why I'm saying it's about picking parties a day because political parties, things that they believe in, might not believe the things that you believe in. Okay. Now, besides the Democrat and Republican Party, there's the Green Party. Green Party is supposed to be neutral. It's supposed to be in between, a little bit of the right, a little bit of the left. Or on you guys' eyes, it'd be the right and the left because it's camera, But this is like they're supposed to be in between. You know, strong values that come off Republican, and then caring values that come off like a Democrat. But the Green Party is supposed to be something that's more, you know, logical to some people, most people. The problem is they're fading into a whole area that no one cares about because you don't see them. You know, people thinking, "Oh, we're gonna go for the big guy," which is Democrat, Republican. You know, and then that's just the thing is that they don't really explore these parties. I'm gonna say this: um, when Ice Cube was going around trying to get involved in politics by going out to Biden, and Biden turned his back on him, going to Trump, even though he, already denied Trump in the music video. He was trying to do this to get reparations for black folks. And to be honest, Ice Cube's journey wasn't something, because I had people tell me, "Oh, that's stupid, he's dumb, and all this crap for doing this," and he caused it because he started this gangster rap scene and all this. But the man was trying to do something as a black person that shows that he cared about his people and that he wanted to try to make a change and a difference in America, which was black people need someone that actually comes from a black society that understands black society, not someone that comes from multiple places, has multiple different cocktails in his DNA, and what I'm saying, doesn't really care and just sits in office and get you guys to glorify him just because his skin is different than someone else's. So I support Ice Cube with that. The only problem is he didn't think about it the way I'm talking about it now. It's a political party. If he makes his own political party, he would have a shitload of followers and probably would become the president of the United States, or at least a seat in Congress. And so, with that being said, I'd like to bring you guys a marijuana party. Yes, there's a party in government called the U.S. Marijuana Party. Now, everyone that smokes marijuana, this should be concerning you. You should go to your post office or wherever you have to register and vote, and stretch yourself off of that Democrat, Republican crap and just go on and say marijuana, U.S. Marijuana Party, because that's what you are. If you're smoking weed constantly and you're doing something, you're like, hey, I want to play some music, smoking weed, or you're going to smoke weed with this girl because they get her horny, and, whatever, then go on and join the U.S. Marijuana Party, because they have things that have concerns that you like as a stoner or pothead or marijuana lover. So the marijuana parties is something that's not even known, but everyone's running around smoking weed. So why not join that party? With all the people that smoking weed, you got to be crazy not to be part of the marijuana party. Because what's going to happen is they're going to have a majority of votes coming in, everybody that's in that party. And that's because there's so many people smoking marijuana. So that needs to be known. Join the marijuana party if you smoke marijuana, because it's going to be concerning everything you care about. Okay, no, Democrats don't really give a shit. Republicans don't care at all. So it's just the only way you're going to make it work is to join that party. Join that political party, U.S. Marijuana Political Party, or just say U.S. Marijuana Party. Look it up on your Google search or whatever, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So, with that being said, the only other thing that truly matters is family. And there's tons of families. Probably families with a good man and a woman that have tiny little kids. And so, with that being said, once again, the Democratic Party definitely don't care about your children and your family, because they're only concerned about uh, their little twist of trying to pervert humanity into something that they desire. And so, I'm trying to tell you, there's a party you don't know about. It's called the Family Value Party. Yes, there's a party called the Family Value Party, where family issues and concerns are talked about. And there's tons of families. There's no reason why you should be Democrat or Republican when you have a whole party that's for your family, to protect your family, to guide your family, to educate your family, to bring health care to your family, to bring all kinds of housing concerns with your family. These things needed to be addressed, and a family should automatically focus their concerns on being a part of that political party, not Democrat or Republican. You know, and just change that. Let's make it more brighter and add, to get people to get more into it. Add celebrities, families that are in that's in the family value party to come forth and let everyone join in. It just makes more sense. It's just why be a part of a place that's more concerned about gun control and war if you're not concerned about that stuff? Why be a part of a party that's more concerned about, uh, abortions and uh, homosexuality, as well as whatever other nonsense Democratic Party comes up with it. And same thing with Republicans, whatever nonsense Tucker Carlson one talks about, even though he's getting fired. Who cares? If you have a family, your main concern is them. So try looking up once again on the Google search Family Value Party. Sorry, Family Value Party. Even if you're gonna start a family, that's what you want to look up. Okay. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about should be well known to every American is the Constitution Party. There should be more people involved in the Constitution Party. Why? Because they always throw it at us when it comes to law or something. They go, do you know your constitutional rights? Someone becomes American, you gotta know the U.S. Constitution. You know the Constitution rights. The U.S. Constitution. That's what they do. So we have tons of every American has constitutional rights and stuff. At least they should, and so at least check them out and make sure that you want to check it out. It might have something worth you fighting for, worth believing in. And the thing about it is, we'll get to the Libertarians Party. The Libertarian Party is a party that's kind of just, this is the party that I said for last for a reason, and at the same time, I think you can call it the Independent Party as well, because somehow in between there's like two of the same, independent, libertarian. So the thing about it is these two concepts, even if it's one, I'm not sure anymore, but if it is one, then that party just mostly shifted to the left or left. I don't know how y'all look at this through the camera, but it's through the left. Okay, it's mostly, you got people saying progressive liberals and whatever the hell. So that party needs to be addressed from the Republicans and the Democrats and brought back into its own thing. Most of these parties are to these other concepts. So it's time to pull these other concepts away from each individual party and have it stand strong as its own. And that's what I believe. We shouldn't have something that's crossing into everything else. Now, originally Democrats and Republicans was one party. They were called a Democratic Republic, Republican. And so now they're just Democrat Republican, which tells me that they're the same damn party, just messing our heads up, controlling the populace and lying to everybody. Okay, there's a term called Marxism, and in that term, it's like someone that believes that all people you should be able to do something. And with the term, you could easily say that goes for someone that, like myself, who believes all us working class people, all us normal people who ain't got over $1 trillion and run the country should come together. But that's not the case. Because in Marxism, it's everybody, completely everybody. I'm talking about eating the rich. Okay, with Steven Tyler jumping around singing and doing this shit. And then you got freaking Alicia Silverstone just looking like a hottie with a body that with a pretty smile and just makes you want to smile and think of like puppy dogs and Christmas. Or a sunshiny day when you're running into a field and you're just like, yeah, Alicia Silverstone. But anyway, my point being, is this: fairly simple. Start your own political party. This is what Ice Cube should have did. And he would have had a whole bunch of things. This is what Ice Cube should still do if he's still concerned about politics. This also goes for the same thing with Kanye, but Kanye's Kanye. Yeah. But Ice Cube, yeah, he should go around and make his own political party. And, all the black people together or whatever, you know, people would follow Cube. And so my thing is simple. We create political parties to throw off the whole chain of command and try to change things, try to make bills pass. And this is where Black Lives Matter was wrong. They didn't pass bills to change society. They just threw concepts out there and people ate it up. But nobody went to the U.S. government. No one went to uh, Congress or whatever to pass a bill to make these things legal. They threw up enough concepts, had enough peoples. This is unconstitutional itself. This is not right, but it happened. Okay, and I just automatically think if we're gonna make a new group like that, we need to make one that actually has sense and a true leader behind it. So we can say, hey, ultimately that person's the face and figurehead of that company when that person comes to light, and that person will be a target or whatever. But that's where Black Lives Matter was kind of wrong because we didn't know who the hell ran the place and what was going on. And so we need things like this to be more addressed and more focused on, you know. And I just think we need a better group after finding out all the stuff they did. So my next thing is this: voting. Because like I said when I started this, it's like this weird voting thing right now where you got to vote for, do you want street lights, and how do you want to do the homeless, and them crazy votes that have nothing to do with picking someone in office, like I said. So here's the thing: when that time comes and you got to vote for someone in office, whether it be government or local office, hell, even Supreme Court justice, which is not going to happen because they got 12 years on a seat. But the thing about it is, you have this blank spot on your voting ballot that everyone ignores it. Okay, I, being kind of arrogant sometimes, I put myself down as mayor constantly. Okay, a couple times as president of the United States, but it doesn't work. You got to have multiple votes. You can have at least two votes or whatever, landslide. They call it like a landslide. It happened in a couple states where kids, believe it or not, became mayors of their little towns, and even horses and shit. It's crazy as fuck, but it happened. So this is what I'm saying. Pick the person. You know, let me go back. America has always been about voting, but they always pick the people within the two main parties. At the same time, it's always someone who's wealthy, far gone from regular society. They don't know how it feels to go shop at the dollar store because you don't got enough to get some good food at the supermarket, or they don't know how much you got to try to arrange your bill payments. You got to cut your bills back so you can keep this going and all that. They don't know how that is, man. They don't know what a payment arrangement is. They never heard of it because they just pay it straight out, right? They don't know how it feels when you need a medication and you can't afford it, or there's some other crap that you need and you can't get it. They don't get that. They just buy whatever, take everything up, and then stop us from doing whatever we want to do, because it's close to their property or something, you know. So the point of what I'm saying is, it's time to pull the rich people aside, keep them out of a political party, and have our own political party. And then when it comes to voting, you vote for a person that you know. I mean, seriously, that you know, like a relative or a friend, like the guy that's happy to meet everybody in the neighborhood, or your relative that's cool and religious, but everyone likes them, or the girl that is quiet but really smart and is always polite. Vote for those people. Don't vote for these rich, stuck up people who are so far gone. They'd rather see you fall so they can get another $40 billion in their pocket. Vote for the people that you feel got the greatest heart, the ones that truly understand justice, and God, and a way to bring happiness to other people's lives. Those are the people who should be in office, not these bureaucrats, these selfish, bloodsuckers. Because that's what it is. There's so many people dying constantly. Why are they dying? Because judgment of what happens to us falls in their hands, and they automatically prove they don't give a damn. You guys are on the news constantly talking about, oh, Biden didn't do this or Trump didn't do that. And these people were dying in this state because of the flood, or this one's dying over here because of tornadoes, and these people got shot, and the president didn't come here, or this is over there, and they're not doing that over there. Of course they're not. They getting paid. I think it was when Biden got in office, it was like they gave him 500,000 a year. Holy shit, 500,000. Obama barely did a damn thing. Hell, I sit around half the time and I don't get 500,000 a damn day. But that's no point. For 4 years, if you truly think about it, you got a 4-year term because you get elected twice. Some people don't like Trump, or Carter, but yet they get a 4-year term. So within 4 years' time, you can eliminate every process in the country within 3 to 4 months in between each other. All you have to do is just wait 3 or 4 months in between. Just bam, we conquer this. What's the next project? Bam, let's conquer that. But they don't. Why? It's not. It shouldn't be that hard. This is why constant change is always happening to be a thing. We're constantly worried about what's going to happen. We got to get the next president because no president eliminates nothing because they're more worried about their self-image and they're more worried about what type of money they can bring, not just to them, but to the other powers that work alongside them. They're not worried about ending gangbanging or drug dealing or stopping sex trafficking. They're not worried about uh, trying to make the costs right for people to afford things, lowering property values. They're not worried about none of this crap. Making your paycheck go up from whatever dollars an hour, because Biden was talking about $15 an hour when I was already getting paid freaking 17. But I'm saying, like, honestly, like, why not raise your money, especially if you're working for places like Amazon, $50 an hour? Why the fuck not? You need to get billions of dollars. He's closing every business in the world anyway. So why not his employees get 50,000 or $50 a year, a month, a year, a week? Oh my god, confusing myself. Anyway, an hour, $50 an hour. People be happy, man. All these companies got billions of dollars. If you got employees underneath you, if you're paying $50 to $100 an hour, and people be living well and being a lot happier. There should be a lot more change if a president's coming in and you got a 4-year term. I'm sorry. Not all this stuff where, you hear more on the news about what the bad things is they're doing or the things that's wrong than the positive stuff they're doing. So if that's the case, when election comes, why would you assholes vote for these people again? You know what I'm saying? People say about Trump so bad. Biden's just as bad. Neither one of them is good. People, wake up. We need regular people with good hearts that truly believe in something, that wants to stand for something and not fall for everything. Someone that can say, I want to do this not for myself but for everybody else. I'm gonna put myself on the front line. People know me in my neighborhood. I'm gonna be mayor. People know me over here. I'm gonna be treasurer of the state because I'm good with money. Something like that. We need those type of people out there, and we need those people out there exposing themselves right now and letting everybody know that they will stand for them and fight for them to make a better world. This is pretty much all I gotta say. But I'm saying, if you see that person when the time comes, 2024, vote for him. Vote for your cousin that is smart, that likes to help people. Or vote for that girl that, who likes to babysit people's kids and at the same time is trying to get a degree in something but yet still has time to look out for you and her old grandma or something. Vote for a guy that's always there for everybody. That's vote for those people. Put their names on that empty spot on the ballot list. Everyone avoids that spot and just votes for what they think is right. TV, and I'm saying TV because that's what the news does. That's where we learn most of the crap about who we're going to vote for. TV sells us a lie there, like they do with most things. It's imaginary, it's make believe. So when you're voting for some of these people, hell, that stuff's made up. You already know. They're going, oh, this person did this. They'll talk crap about both sides. But in all reality, it's all make believe. Vote for who you know is real, who wants to stand up for what's right, who believes in a God, and who can do the most great that you believe has the best intentions. Holy crap. I can't speak good English right now, but vote for that person, man, and you might make a difference and create your own political party that changes everything. And that's all I gotta say. Man, this is the type of party I'm trying to be in, the party of change. With that being said, this has been the great SLK. Peace be with you all, and blessings upon you always. And don't give up hope for a new world and great change. Right on.